Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
This is Still I Rise, my favorite one.
Still I Rise is my favorite one. This is becoming my new favorite. My previous favorite.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
Look,
Cause you want to get to speech? No, it's okay. We have you.
So right now we're just wrapping up on the preparations for our last workshop called "What You See Is What You Get," and in this workshop I will be facilitating the body image proportion of it. So that's gonna be really exciting. Saya.
I'm going to be highlighting the objectives and I'll be highlighting the objectives and the let's get started portion that mainly highlights conscious thinking.
I'm doing one of the major activities, the red light, green light activity, the key terms activity, which kind of outlines what we're going to be talking about and the main ideas of the workshop, and the biggest really activity called the vision board activity, where they're going to be kind of giving us their vision for what liberation and celebration and education as a black woman looks like to them, and what they see for the future as black women, and yeah, kind of just seeing their overall idea. Next activity is our vision board activity. So first I'm going to explain the activity to you guys. Then you guys are going to come up and I'm going to put you guys in groups and we're going to do it all together. Okay, so this activity is called the vision board activity, and this is the objective of the activity. So first you're going to talk with your group about about what you all see, and then you're gonna take what you're talking about in your conversation and you're gonna put it onto the vision board. And so first things first is, what is your vision for the future of black women? So it could be your personal future as a black woman, or what you see in general as a whole, however you and your group decide to do it. The second point is, what is your vision of black women being celebrated, liberated, and educated? Liberated meaning educated, empowered, leading, and confident. So just what it means and kind of what our mission as SGOF is. If you guys don't know what Save Girls on Fire, what FYER means, it's Future Young Educated Role Models. So you could also use that in your thinking process with your group. And the last thing is, what do you see for equality in black women?
Sad that this is gonna be our last workshop for a while.
I'm really excited for it because we're all doing it.
Yeah.
That's like what I'm most excited about for it.
I'm excited because I feel like it's gonna be fun and it's touchy.
Right.
I love the touchy workshops.
Yeah.
Overall, all right. So what is this saying to you? After you read these objectives, what do you feel like y'all are doing in this workshop?
So first one was the only one I really processed. What I'm getting from it is our job today is to give the girls that we're teaching tools to,
to implement a conscious mindset. That's specifically what you're doing.
Right. And give them a view of what's it called? The treatment of others, as it says. And
started.
So first I'm gonna ask them the first sentence, what does it mean to be a conscious thinker? And that's where one of the girls on the side would like chime in and like give their answer, or like a couple of them or something.
One of the girls or one of the girls?
One of the little girls.
Okay.
And I'd be like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, yeah, I see what you're saying, you know. And then, what?
Okay, thank you. I see what you're saying. Nope. Yeah, say something different.
Well, okay. Not like words.
That's what you do. That's your go-to. That's your go-to response.
I can just like build off of what I could like. Yeah, I could connect it. I could.
I always say, I'm conscious thinker. Yeah, I think a conscious thinker is, somebody who before they respond, they think about something.
Yeah, of course, because being conscious of your thoughts is
Blah 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 blah. Right.
yeah. Now, what can unaware thinking or unconscious thinking lead to? Like, why can unconscious thinking be bad? When you unconsciously think, that can lead to negative thoughts about yourself. And when you have unconscious thoughts, you have bad and unhealthy thoughts, which then lead to bad and unhealthy decisions. And you always want to be self-aware in your thinking so that you don't create those thoughts and you don't commit those bad or unhealthy decisions. Now, in this scenario, we can see that what you see is what you get can be a good thing or a bad thing.
All right. So, what do you think you have to do to have yourself prepared to follow up with somebody's question? What do you have to do?
I think like make some sample questions of what somebody might say, and then like think of a simple response.
Okay.
Or make like bullet points of like talking points that I might make or that I will make.
This is why I really picked this icebreaker. It says, we are always mirroring and reflecting back what we see. People follow each other's motions, whether we are conscious of it or not. Often the best way to learn is to see ourselves through others' eyes. Although this can sometimes be a painful experience, this exercise also deals with the differences in style, personality, as people try to imitate various other group members. Was it easier to do this exercise with some people than with others? Were people always be able to mirror their partners? Did people prefer leading or following? Which was easier for you? Did the leaders try to lose their partners or did they try to help them? So that part made me really want to pick this workshop for the what you see.
Say that last sentence. Does the leaders what?
Oh, did the leaders try to lose their partners or did they try to help them?
Try to lose their partner. Something that you can like kind of talk about, like or take note of, right? As
Right.
When they're doing it. That's actually pretty good. That's a good icebreaker. So we're thinking, what? Give that icebreaker 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 15.
Check-in is 2:15, right? Because give people time to come in and everything. So you guys good with that?
Yeah.
And intro 2:15 to 2:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what the welcome, who we are,
Agreements
the agreement,
and check in.
and is it the check-in itself, like checking in at a?
Y'all think so?
Is that in there too?
For the intro.
Wait, say it again.
Like, is the check
How they're checking in?
like is that?
Yeah, that's in the intro. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then we're gonna do what? Icebreaker from 2:30
Then we do the rules.
to 2. You think you need 15 minutes for that, or 10 minutes for that?
I think
10.
Okay. Objective seems right. 240, 250 to 255. Is this the objective? Right here, right?
We're still looking at module 2, lesson 1 and 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Tell Miss John about
So then that's the
words and
objective.
stuff.
So Kasaya though, when you're reading this, just don't read it. Like you gotta give a little bit of context. Like if you say empowerment and liberation, like say what liberation is, or like just a little quick 1 and 2. Or ask them, do you guys understand what that is? What the objectives are,
Yeah, instead of reading it word for word, I'm gonna like paraphrase. I'm gonna say what the bullet points are saying, but I'm just gonna like I'm not gonna read it, huh?
Put it in your own words.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my own words. I'm not gonna read it word for word.
Did you read like some kind of like so she knows what you're saying?
Okay, so I'm basically gonna say like things along the lines of, oh, you know, our job as facilitators is to give y'all tools to implement a conscious mindset about yourself, considering body image and your etiquette and what's it called? And I didn't get the last part. And you know,
Decision making.
Yeah, your decision making, and give you a view of your communities, your society, and the way we treat others. And the second one I was gonna kind of read through, but I was gonna highlight. Yeah, I was gonna highlight like, oh, it's what's it called? The second one, for the second bullet point, I was gonna, what's it called? Well, Ms. Sharm gave me the suggestion to, well, and I am going to flip it back onto them. It's how you understand the importance of your behaviors, your actions, and how other people perceive you. And what's it called? It's for you to understand how your conscious thinking can then, you know, I'm a pause, like ignite empowerment and liberation. And I will write that down, like, oh, does everybody understand empowerment and I'm gonna write that down.
A transparent moment, because what I don't want you to do is get lost in trying to figure it out.
Yeah, this right where we was at when you came on, right here.
And then they don't catch the message. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're going to, you know, kind of say it in your own words, I need all of that written out for Thursday for me to see it. Okay?
Red light, green light activity instead.
Yeah. So the reason why it's this way is so that we don't have two activities back to back. The PowerPoint, I don't think you guys saw, but the PowerPoint she uploaded had your activity and then Aisha's activity back to back, right? But which is not going to, you know, people probably won't get the full lesson of each activity if they're back to back.
Yeah.
So we have your activity, and then you have the key terms, and then you have Aisha's activity.
They will pick like red, white, red, yellow, or green, and then I'm gonna like ask them why they chose each one. But I don't know what I'm gonna do for the scenarios yet. I'm gonna figure them out this weekend. But I gotta, I'm gonna make them like more interesting, so they're harder to choose.
I was gonna say that too. I mean, you can use these scenarios, but I would add maybe like 2 more. You know what I mean? Like 2 or 3 more or something like that.
Oh, add 2 more?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'll write that.
So this, you know, this could be a conversation. Like, I think you can use these and just add a couple more, you know? But this FYI, what I did, and you can tell me, Christian, or you group, you guys can tell me how you want to do it. I actually ordered all your materials and stuff already. For the activities and everything, and also the bags and all that stuff. So there's 2 ways we can do this. We can have construction paper, right? Everybody, and we will put this in their folder, I'm believing, right? Like, so when they have their folder, they'll already have the materials in there. But, and there's I ordered like red construction paper, green construction paper, and yellow construction paper, right? And each person will get when you ask the question, they can hold it up, right? And then you can see, ultimately you'll see who's green, who's yellow, who's red. Like, you can see, you know? So, all right, so now we're from
255.
We're at 255. How long we're thinking for that activity?
If there's 5 scenarios, and we're gonna talk about each of them, probably 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay.
So
we're moving that. We're moving the red light, green light activity. Then and so we got
key terms and body image thing.
What's the time on the red light, green light?
10.
It's 2:55 to 3:05. It was supposed to be like an energizer.
Oh.
Right. That's like the buzzer and the prizes.
So, okay. So instead of, I could just like,
Vision board is the last thing. Sorry, I just.
no, you good. So like, I could just like touch on it real quick. Like I can still touch on it, but just like not in depth.
So that, and then they will read it. Okay, so. Sorry, what did you say?
No, I was just saying, like, you know, since the scenarios are supposed to be an energizer, I'll still touch on what I'm gonna say, but just like not in depth. Yeah. I already got that down, but what's it called? I'm gonna ask them one question about each scenario, and then I'm gonna touch on how each scenario is like, oh, ties back to what you see is what you get. I'ma still do that, but just like not in depth.
I'm just thinking you can tie that back to what you see is what you get. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, how you think etiquette, you know, you could definitely tie that into what you see is what you get. And self-image, same thing.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
So this is our next activity. These are scenarios. I'm gonna read each scenario, and then you guys will be given the opportunity to guess which key term that scenario pertains to. Okay. Okay, and whoever guesses the right answer gets a prize. Okay. Samantha loves people. Every day on her way to the bus stop, she waves to all her neighbors along the way. When offered her something, she says thank you. At lunchtime, she washes her hands before eating and uses her utensils. In class, she always asks her peers, do they need help? Wait, who has?
You get like 5 seconds.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So, why is etiquette important? No, okay, when I ask you these questions, you don't have to use the buzzer.
Oh.
So why is etiquette important?
Education?
Etiquette.
We need that in our life, because if we didn't have it in our life, there'd be too much garbage on the floor, and like nobody will say please or thank you. People will be burping out of nowhere and they'll say thank you.
Like, no matter what the situation is, you want to be polite. If you don't use etiquette in your life, then you'll come off as an unpolite person, and to be honest, you don't want to be seen as an unpolite person. In this case, which sees what you get is a good thing, because Jamie saw the way she was acting, she saw the bad ways that she was acting, and the result is her improving in herself and shedding in the light and bringing in the good things.
So just like what Aisha was talking about with conscious thinking, and we're gonna tie that all into our letters. What else? Like how when we had our lines and stuff, that everybody's beautiful in their own way. And these letters are to really look back at yourself in a reflection. And every morning you could just look at them and know that you're that girl every morning. So you guys are gonna read 2 things off of you guys' affirmations. So Maisa, can you start? Just show us your thing. You could read 2 affirmations from off of there and tell me a little bit why you put up there.
Special, and most importantly, I am me.
Dear Black girl, I am successful in whatever I do.
Dear Black girl, you are perfect just how you are.
Our last workshop, you know, we just finished wrapping up and everything. Definitely a bittersweet moment. You know, it's our last one for the year. Probably our last one doing it just in the community for now.
But yeah, I had a good time, the ups and downs. It's like a really good experience, but like when you really start getting into it, it's like really good. Like when you have the thought of it and like the process of it, it's kind of like, I don't want to do this no more. But
yeah, once you see the outcome,
yeah, when you finally finish, when you finally finish it and see how much hard work you put in, and you see people actually enjoying it, and you having fun with your girls and stuff, it's actually good. And you have a support team. You're not just doing it by yourself.
So it is a wrap. We completed our community workshop for the 2022 year. So excited. The girls learned a lot. They started off, you know, not knowing how to facilitate and not knowing everything that went into it, to leading this whole workshop by themselves, and they did it all together. And so we are excited, and we look forward to next year. We were excited to do a lot of outreach this year and meet a lot of new girls, and for girls to learn about us and what we do. And yeah, and so see us in 2023, and to learn more about us, visit sgof.org.